Thank you, Madam Chairman. Thank you, Secretary. Glad to have you here with us today. In Western North Carolina, communities are still grappling with the devastation that was caused by Hurricane Helene back in 2024. The storm damaged or destroyed more than 74,000 homes and caused an estimated $15.4 billion in housing losses in North Carolina alone. For most families in these mountain communities, flood insurance was not an option. When you think about it, you're on a mountain, you don't generally think of floods, although, and I think it's important people understand this, a landslide is actually considered a flood event, as you know, which a lot of people didn't know that. But as a result of the lack of the flood insurance, the Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Program has become the primary federal resource for rebuilding homes. So for these folks, time matters. So I want to, first of all, Mr. Secretary, thank you and thank the President for moving so quickly to get disaster recovery resources to work in North Carolina. And I think it's also worth noting the first trip that the President took since when he took office January last year was to North Carolina, and it was an honor to accompany him there. He told the folks that I represent and others represent he would be back, and he has kept that. And I got to say, Mr. Secretary, your agency has also stepped up. But you know, under the previous administrations, the CDBG DR funds took years to move from congressional appropriation to actual construction. So I know you all are working on trying to deal with this, getting those funds deployed, but what are you finding are the primary causes of delay in getting those funds from the appropriation construction to getting it actually from here, essentially, to there where folks need it?
Yes, sir. Well, and thank you. You know, I have been in North Carolina to visit the families there. That was one of the first trips that I took in my time when I was confirmed here, and grateful for those families. I did see a resiliency that I had not seen in a long time. I'm grateful for the American people in North Carolina. You know, it's processes, and we've been working on streamlining our processes here. As you know, we got $12 billion in CDBG DR out. We have a great team in our CPD office that is very intentional about streamlining the processes and getting the funds out the door to the people who need them.
Right. And what steps has HUD taken to streamline those approvals and to reduce the administrative burden on the states and localities?
Yes, sir. Well, we're taking out all the duplicative processes. You know, we're only those processes that are needed. And we have a tremendous team to help people along the way in the process that may have questions. We're always available to walk people through that process, where before I don't think that was available, which was a backlog, if you will, and resources getting out of the door. So again, we have a tremendous team in CPD, and that's the reason why you see resources going out in an expeditious manner.
You know, one of the long-standing frustrations, again, we're talking about the past, has been the lack of transparency and consistency as well. It seems like every disaster brings a new set of rules, waivers, requirements, and you have these local governments and you have individuals who are just they just want to get rebuilt. What methodology, if you know, does HUD use when determining these allocations?
The methodology to determine the allocations for CDBG?
Correct.
Yes, sir. We do have a process, as you know, and our team, I'm happy to have them talk with you and your team to make sure they can walk you through this step by step so that you have a greater understanding. But we are trying to make that process easier as we speak for the people that receive these grants, because that has been a problem in time past. But I believe that now it's becoming more simpler, but it will continue to be worked on so the methodology is simple for everybody that applies and receives these grants.
And then, and I know y'all are, my understanding is y'all are sharing more data now with from HUD with FEMA and also with SBA to improve the efficiency as well. And I know one of the frustration I know always is get the money out now, but we also have to guard against the waste, the fraud, and the abuse.
Absolutely.
So, and I applaud the administration's efforts in doing that as well. You know, beyond disaster recovery, housing affordability remains one of the most pressing issues that we have. Home ownership's increasingly out of reach, and communities continue really to struggle with housing shortage driven by years of underbuilding. What reforms do you think would allow the program, the home program, to support housing production more effectively?
Yes, sir. We have to bring down regulations, number one, from a federal and a local state standpoint. When you bring regulations down, it brings the cost down. When the cost down, it helps us to build more supply. We have a supply issue in our country, and so we've been very intentional. You see the president is taking very bold steps to working on housing affordability, and so all of our programs are under analysis and review to make sure they help us to accomplish the mission at HUD.
Great. Well, thank you for doing that. My time's expired. Appreciate the good work that you're doing, and next time you're in North Carolina, let me know. I'll treat you to some barbecue. I want to ask you which one's your favorite.
Yeah.
But it'll be my treat. Thank you,
right.
Mr. Secretary. With that, Madam Chair, I yield back.